What's everyone saying? It's your boy Someone Explores back again. I'm international, using the passport again. I'm here today in Amsterdam, outside Amsterdam Central Station. It's ADE Time Amsterdam Dance event. This is my second time here in like 6 months, and I kind of want to use this video to explore my observations, my thoughts on public transport in this city and how it compares to the questionable transport system in the UK. I'm gonna cut about the city. You're gonna see some clips here, there. You're gonna hear my terrible views, my terrible points, and yeah, we're gonna enjoy the time here. It's nice and sunny. It's a random Wednesday. Trams are tramming. People are vibing. Yeah, let's go.
Amsterdam is the capital city of the Netherlands, home to the stroopwafel, electronic dance music, and the devil's lettuce. I've been here twice this year, and on both trips I have been able to soak in the Dutch culture, food, music, art, beer, and their public transport system. I have gathered a couple of observations of things that I noted were much different to what us Londoners, or even us Brits, would experience when travelling on public transport in the UK. Some are small gripes, but the majority are positive, and they sometimes make me want to think why I can't easily just pack up a bag one day, jump on a Eurostar, buy a bike, change my name to Joost, and live and work in this amazing city. Thank you. B word? The first thing that got my curiosity tingling was the magical payment system of OV-Pay and the mystical piece of plastic that is the OV chip card. The OV chip card travel card was introduced in 2005 as the new national ticketing mechanism, replacing the antiquated paper stripping card that allowed people to travel all across the Netherlands via a ticketing system integrated across modes and transport networks. You tap on, you tap off, job done. The regular anonymous OV chip card works in a similar way to an Oyster card, where you top it up and you have money debited from the card depending on how and where you travel. There are personal cards available where you can activate auto top up or add subscriptions to your card if you wanted to. Essentially, you're able to travel across the whole country using one card, and since 2022, with your bank card or contactless payment. With your bank card or contactless, you tap on, tap off, and the money comes out the next day. It's an amazing system, partially helped with the country being relatively small in comparison to its neighbours. Not Belgium though. Where it is different from Oyster is, yes, you need to tap on and tap off, but not just on the trains and the metro like you would expect, but also on the bus and the tram. Yes, it makes sense though. Imagine you jump on a bus from Amsterdam Central and you only want to go 2 stops to the coffee shop, but you doze off and wake up in Eindhoven. That is 2 different amounts of monies being ripped out of your bank account right there. You might end up like me, waking up to a negative balance on your card. I love the idea of not having to stress about having to choose between a super duper off peak versus an advance that is only valid each Thursday of November, and your ticket must cost more than £7.21 to get a railcard discount. It's a mess. The fare structure on the railways in Britain is absolutely scandalous. Especially if I'm a Dutch resident, I'm able to make a journey with ease, knowing it won't rip me off and make me pay an arm and a leg to visit my situationship down in the next town over. And if I want to be luxe on my way to see said person, I can go to a ticket machine and change the card settings to allow me to travel in first class. I will say there is one glaring downside of having the OV chip card system. Dwell times are an absolute joke here. If you don't know what dwell times are, I shall copy pasta the definition from Ask Jeeves. Oh, that hasn't worked. I tried to be hipster, I tried to use something different, not Google or Bing. Doesn't seem to work. Right, let's just check what does Google say? Dwell time is the time a vehicle spends at a scheduled stop without moving. When travelling on a tram in Amsterdam, you'll need to tap on and tap off when travelling. How the GVB, the city's main transport operator, does it is that you are only able to board the tram through certain doors and exit through certain doors, just like a bus. This helps reduce the possibility of fare evasion, seeing as you need to pass the driver or the conductor boss man to get on. The exit doors have these one-way barrier things that realistically anyone could just pass through without anyone noticing, especially when it's busy. As the validators are located right at the doors, you may have crowds of people boarding, including clueless tourists, like me, and people with 21p in their bank account whose card will decline, like me. This is rather than having validators dotted around the tram, meaning people can move down into the tram, which is its own problem in itself, or having validators located on each platform, meaning people tap on before boarding. Getting off a tram or a bus is sometimes a struggle too, with people whose Apple Pay won't load up, people who full on forget to tap off, and validators that just don't work at all. I will say, the current system has its flaws, making trips slower and more cumbersome by a noticeable degree, but it evidently reduces the possibility of fare evasion and is much easier to have compared to having a staff member running the lengths of a tram to check tickets at each stop. To be fair, I do mention buses, but one thing I notice is that buses don't really exist in Amsterdam. The city is dominated by its trams, and the only time you might actually use the bus is if you're heading to the infamous Kokenhof, or if you're a true hipster and heading out to the deep, darkest Amsterdam suburbs. Most buses into the city congregate here at Amsterdam Central Station at this very functional bus station that is integrated very well into the rest of the station. As a tourist, you'll need to be going out of your way to be using a bus in this city. To be fair, there is a network of night buses that traverse the city, partly following the tram lines, heading up to Central Station. I made that discovery leaving a night out, running for the N97, which was 2 minutes away, looking for a tram stop which was nowhere to be seen, only to realise it was a bus that cost me like €5 to use. Oh my days, oh that hurt. When you look at the street transport network in Amsterdam and other similarly sized European cities, you'll see that the systems are much less dense than somewhere like London. You'll need to walk a bit further or down a couple more roads to find your nearest tram stop or bus stop. To be fair, in Amsterdam that's no worry because you'll probably be cutting about the city on your bike rather than seeking a bus or a tram, you know. I am quickly going to mention bikes here. Even though it's not really public transport per se, maybe not. As everyone and their uncle knows, this city and the Netherlands as a whole is known for its amazing cycling infrastructure. Yes, London has begun to cater to bikes and stuff, but cities like Copenhagen and Amsterdam blow London's efforts out of the water. Amsterdam's topography is honestly a gift. As the city is very flat, it makes it very easy for people of all ages to cycle everywhere, with no need to struggle up daunting hills and destroying your calves. A lot of the roads, especially in the inner city, are designed to slow down vehicular movement and make it more attractive and more conducive to active travel, walking and cycling. Compared to a city like London, there are nowhere near as many cars cutting about the city centre, because essentially it's just a nuisance to drive in the city. For those driving in, there are a number of underground car parks, park and rides at train and metro stations, and other methods that kind of make people not want to drive into the city. I think the main thing that really hits me is that in this city and the country in general, there is a culture of cycling. Everyone has their own bike, literally everyone, all customized AF, different styles, different editions, different vibes. And the biggest thing, no one really locks their bike when outside, from what I saw. The only other place I had seen this was in Copenhagen, and it was a shock to the system. If you left your bike unchained out in public, even for like 43 seconds in London, that boy is gone. I still cringe at the time when I was like 10 and I cluelessly asked some kid to watch my bike when I went into the corner shop. That bike was gone! To this day, I shed the occasional tear, you know. I will never see that bike. Oh well, I haven't seen that bike, it's been years. You'd never see that happen in the depths of the Pipe or the Jordan. Everyone has a bike here, so why would you need to steal one? The biking culture is great because it also gets some much welcomed exercise into your daily routine. But with everyone being a pro cyclist, as a pedestrian you need to have your wits about you. These lot are chaotic cyclists, you know, you really don't want to get in their way when crossing the street or walking down the road. You will get hit, you will get shouted at, you will get ding-dinged. Don't be that daft tourist. If you look at a map of the dam, you'll see a number of blue lines cutting across the city. That's water. But let's focus on this big one. This is the A, the large body of water that splits the main part of the city to North, the north part of the city. Note that there aren't any bridges crossing the river, and most notably, bikes can't glide over water, unfortunately. That's why you have these bad boys. Amsterdam has a comprehensive network of ferries that shuttle across the A day in, day out. The ferry from Central Station to Belksloterweg is probably the most popular, connecting the city to North, running 24 hours a day. And just look how seamless it is for cyclists and pedestrians alike to board. It's so easy. Just watch when you get off the boat to Central Station. If you want to become an elite footballer, just get off the boat and try across the road. Your head will be scanning left, up, right, down, all around, trying not to get pummeled by a very fast cyclist. Each ferry is split into 2 compartments, one for bikes and the occasional small car, and one for bikes and for foot passengers. These ferries run as row-rows, essentially, roll on, roll off, which makes it a super convenient and efficient crossing. There's no need for a toilet or whatever, unless you're really desperate, huh? The rides are not that long at all, with the longest being the ferry out to NDSM Wharf, an up-and-coming developing area to the north of the city. You're able to relax on the journey and enjoy the sights of the city along the A. And when there are big events on in the city, like Amsterdam Dance Event, these ferries are a lifeline for getting to the next hardcore techno, gabba, dubstep, trance, rave, with the GVB running extra services to cater to the additional demand. Oh, and there's one glaring thing too. It's free. It's free. You do not have to pay a single penny. Quite like the Woolwich ferry. You wait, you get on, you get off. Simples.
Door de metro en maak gebruik van de vrije plekken alsjeblieft. Gijzelvlakte, uitstappen linkerzijde, overstappen op tram 1, 7, 19 en 24.
If you like the video, make sure you drop a like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. It was so nice going to Amsterdam. Twice in 1 year though. Shall I go next year? If you did like the video, yeah, all that good stuff. Like, subscribe, comment, peace. Ko-fi, Patreon in the description below. It's been your boy Someone Explores. I'll catch you in the next video. See ya.